So I'm going through my Facebook feed, and it's just like an endless stream of some of the whiniest, most complaining people on the planet. These are really good people, but they're frustrated. It's political frustration, it's professional frustration, and the entire way they read is constantly complaining about what's wrong with the world, but almost never offering any ideas of how to fix it. And I'm seeing this in strings and strings, and I think with the recent elections, this came out for a lot of people. It's why a lot of people were, disheartened by their communities. It's why people were unfriending people, because the negativity, the misery of people's constant posting wasn't adding any value. And so I sit here today and I'm reading through it and I read a post and I'll go, oh, this person's frustrated because so-and-so is successful and they shouldn't be. And I'm so upset about it, and they're not good at what they do, and I can't believe it. And sometimes it's passive aggressive where they're naming a person. Most of the time it's just, it's veiled insults to people that most can figure out, but they're not naming specifics because that somehow makes you better. And all I can wonder is, what if you spent that time that you spent complaining and that time that you spend moaning about things that are going on in your world that are completely out of your control, and you spent that time doing something about it? And I know politically it's hard to change the outcome of an election, and so the best thing we can do is move propaganda, whether that's left or right, that supports that why our person was elected that should have been, or why our person was elected that shouldn't have been or wasn't elected. If it's business, it's a lot easier to get online and bitch and moan about why someone who's doing something that's not optimal for their clients is working, or why their product sucks, but they're really good at selling because their marketing is good. And what if that time was redirected into actually focusing on your business, or writing your Congress people, or getting involved in local politics, or doing anything other than complaining? I am confident, I am certain in my life, and that's whether it's my children, whether it's myself, whether it's the people I work with, that complaining is the bane of our existence. There is not a single time where a complaint without an action is ever better for us. It never helps us. It never drives any sort of result, any positive change in our lives, yet people do it endlessly. And something I've actually noticed is the less successful people are, the more time they spend complaining. So you can almost be sure that if you are having no success in your life, then you probably are one of the whiniest people that your friends, family, community, if you have any friends left, actually know. And yeah, I know this is maybe like a little bit hard to palate, but when you're sharing out there, misery does love company. So you may find that as you're sharing your misery, people are going to jump on board, but it's more miserable people. And instead of spending that time doing something to help drive whatever your cause is, whether it's fixing your diet, your weight, your friendships, your love life, it's your business, it's, your dissatisfaction with our government, all these things, your complaining does nothing. And your vocalizing of complaints does almost nothing, because the people who are going to join your company are already there. They're already on your side. You're not changing opinions. We've talked about this endlessly, especially by the approach we're taking. So what if we turn off the complaining? What if we just complain a little bit less? What if we think, as we're about to type something that is whiny, bitchy, and unvaluable to our life's work, we said, what if I take this time and do something about it? Do anything else but complain. And I guarantee you will find that time spent is better than whatever the results, conversations, and dialogues that would have happened around all the complaining you want to do.